This chapter will help you to understand the impact of the symptoms of dementia on feelings and behaviour. Recognise the impact of the environment on the person with dementia. Respond appropriately to distress, confusion and frustration. We've already looked at communication in Chapter 2, and we want to build on this information. As dementia develops, the person will, at different times, experience changes in their feelings, emotions and behaviours. It is important that we remember that every person is an individual and will react to circumstances in their own way. It is essential that we understand what is causing the changes so that we can best help and support the person. There are many possible reasons for changes in feelings, emotions and behaviour. It may be the result of changes in the brain that affect the person's memory, concentration or perception of their surroundings. The person may understand less of what is happening around them and become anxious or restless, but be unable to say what's wrong. In many instances, it's other factors in the environment that trigger changes, such as entering somewhere that's noisy, busy, cluttered or poorly lit. Or it could be how we respond to the person. It may also be that an activity which was previously familiar has become too complicated. The person may try to complete a task and fail, or they may feel under pressure and worry about doing something incorrectly, leaving them feeling frustrated, angry or embarrassed. These feelings may even lead to the person becoming distressed or withdrawn. All of these can increase the risk of confusion for the person with dementia. They may sense impatience, tension and negative feelings in others and in situations around them. If the person feels rushed, or if you show annoyance, distressed behaviour may be the only way that they can communicate with you. It's easy to assume that a person is being uncooperative when in fact they might be ill, in pain or unable to communicate. They may know what they want, but because of language difficulties, they are unable to tell you, or you may not be able to interpret what they're saying. You can help the person by communicating thoughtfully. You can avoid jargon, speak calmly using gentle tones, keep sentences short, give people time to understand and respond to your questions. Rushing people can make them more confused, muddled and anxious. Use the person's name to let them know you've met them before and are not a stranger. Remind the person who you are. Show you're listening and trying to understand. Be sensitive to sensory loss. For example, find out if the person has suitable glasses and a working hearing aid if required. Now we'll hear from people with dementia as they discuss the impact of these changes on their lives.
I still get upset thinking about it. To suddenly become very nervous, very tearful, fearful, disinterested. It was a totally alien type of behaviour for me. In the past I was always quite a constructive sort of person, was quite innovative, had lots of interests, people that I knew, I was very active, and suddenly all that was stolen from me because I could no longer do it safely. And to lose your ability to remember, which is only a part of the problem, it's taken away you, whoever you were, is suddenly gone. It's like a death. You know, only you're at your own funeral.
I did go into depression. I was on medication for that because, I don't know, you just seem to close down. And I don't know why, just things, I think you're worried in case you say something silly, because sometimes when people speak, you're not taken in certain ways.
It was horrific. It was like a big black hole because you didn't, and then I thought I was coming to terms with it, and then other things were getting thrown at me, other symptoms were coming, and I was discovering something else I couldn't do. And I was living on my own and I was getting jolted and thinking, why can't I do this? And then I was trying to do it, and I was always trying to be the person I was before.
I wasn't able to accept it. Really, I just could not accept it. In fact, for the first, I would say, 2 years, I thought, this is just silly. It's not me. I couldn't possibly have it. No way, you know. It's old people that have it, not anybody of my age. I just felt like drinking, just going to drink. You know, what's wrong with that, you know? And then I thought, now don't be so silly. You know, that's just not you. That's not the answer for it at all, you know? So I just had to snap out of it.
We're now going to meet Ellen, who is an 80-year-old woman living at home with the support of her family, care at home and other community support. Leanne is coming to take her to the lunch club, and Ellen's daughter Caroline has come to help her get organised as she's not answered the phone this morning.
Okay, Mum. Mum, time to go. Mum. 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 Come on, put your coat on. It's time to go and meet your friends at the lunch club.
I need to take my tablets.
Mum, please. You've already taken them.
I need to take my tablets.
Come on, Mum, please. You've already taken your tablets, okay? Mum, let's put your coat on.
I need to find my tablets.
She's not doing too well today. I don't think I'm doing too well today either, to be honest. I just don't know how much longer I can cope with this. I don't want this to happen, but what can I do?
It's okay. We're only at the beginning of our run, so why don't you get yourself a cup of tea and get Ellen feeling a bit calmer, and I'll come back at the end of our run.
Yeah. No, that's great. No, that's really helpful, thank you.
It's no problem, Caroline. I'll have a word with my manager and see what other help there is we can give you.
Thank you, Leanne. You're so good.
Take time to consider the following. How do you think Ellen is feeling about what's happening? What else could be contributing to Ellen's distress? Do you think Caroline's perspective about what's happening will be the same as Ellen's? What do you think Caroline is thinking will happen to Ellen? How would you react coming into this situation? What could be done to reduce the stress for everyone involved? There are a number of potential contributing factors that may have led to this stressful situation. Ellen's hearing difficulties. Ellen cannot remember taking her medication. Ellen doesn't want to go out or is afraid to go out. Caroline is exhausted and not allowing Ellen sufficient time to get organised. Ellen senses Caroline's concern about her future. Other factors we're not aware of when entering this situation. It may seem obvious that Leanne should have intervened between Ellen and Caroline. However, in such situations, the interactions are highly complex. Sometimes it's better to try to understand what's going on before intervening, as doing so can have unintended outcomes. So, what are the key learning points? We cannot make assumptions about what is causing a person with dementia to be distressed. Knowing the person and paying attention to their non-verbal communication and listening to those around them can help us to understand what the person with dementia may be experiencing. Remaining calm and unhurried helps to create a less pressurised environment and helps minimise distress. Leanne realises that she needed to speak to her manager to seek support from someone with more in-depth knowledge of dementia. Here's what happened.
So, Leanne, you wanted to speak to me about Ellen Banks.
Yeah, well, I'm really worried about Ellen and Caroline. When we got there yesterday, they were both very stressed and upset.
All right, okay.
I mean, I've been with Ellen for 2 years now, and something has changed. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something.
I mean, it's possible that she's a wee bit sore or she's maybe picked up an infection.
I don't know, maybe. I don't think it's to do with her dementia, though. I think maybe she's not hearing very well.
Okay. Well, we could suggest that Ellen gets a hearing checked.
Right.
Because if that's the problem, then there's things that we can do that can make things better for the both of them.
Well, as you know, I've been putting signs up to help as reminders, but I don't think they're helping anymore.
I know, you've put a lot of effort into them, you know, and signs are great, but we just need to be careful that there's not too many of them.
Okay.
Because that can, you know, that can increase the clutter. It might make Ellen's confusion all the more.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm worried about Caroline too. She's really stressed.
I think we should go back to Ellen and Caroline and see what they think about going to see the doctor. And then you and I, we can have a wee look and see if there's anything else we can do to help the both of them.
So, what are the key learning points? It's important to understand and establish what's happening rather than immediately intervening. It's important to seek help and advice when you are uncertain about the best approach to use. Small, simple adaptations to the environment, including appropriate signage, can make a significant improvement in quality of life for the person with dementia and their family. There are also a wide range of assistive technologies and telecare solutions that can be used to help a person with dementia to perform tasks that they may otherwise struggle with. For example, automatic lighting or an alarm to alert a family member or carer if the person leaves the house. There are also systems and devices that can be used to enable the person to get out while ensuring their carer or family member always knows where they are. The range also includes devices to assist with speaking, hearing, eyesight and memory. However, all of these helpful resources must meet the needs of the person, or they can be ineffective, cause additional confusion and distress. They require additional ethical considerations. In Chapter 4, we will look at how using person-centred approaches can support the strengths and abilities of the person with dementia and help them to remain engaged in valued roles and relationships.